Hello friends, in this tutorial we will see Angular 9 folder structure. To begin with, the very first file that we see here is E2E folder. E2E folder contains all the tests that we write for our application, such as a test to navigate from the home page, etc. Next is our node module folder. So basically node module is nothing but it's a set of libraries downloaded from npm. This folder is purely for the development. When we compile our code, the parts of the third party libraries are put in a bundle and deployed in our application, but we will never deploy node modules. Next folder that we have is source folder. Source is that folder where we keep our source code of the application. Inside the source folder we have an app folder which at least contain a single component followed by a module. To run any Angular project we need one component and a model. Okay, so next folder that we have here is an asset folder. Asset folder is generally used to store any kind of images that you wish to display in the UI. You have to, if you have any images in your system that you want to user to see, please put it here. Next folder that we have is environment folder. This is where we actually store all the configuration settings of different environment. Here we have one more folder for the production environment, where it is clearly stating as production equal to true. The other file that we have here is for the development environment. Okay, so the next file that we have here is Favicon ICE. The red Angular symbol that you see when you load your project for the very first time comes from this image. Okay, moving on to index.html. So index.html is nothing but it's a simple HTML where we have our app root selector. Basically this app root selector is found in, if you remember, app component.ts. So this is how our app component gets loaded from the index.html. Okay, so moving on to main.ts. Main.ts is one of the most important file in Angular. Basically this is the starting point of our application. Just like in any programming language we have the concept of main method. So here we are actually bootstrapping our main module into the system. That is how this is the starting point of our application. Moving on to the next file that we have here is polyfills.cs. Polyfills is this file just has few lines of code which will ensure that whatever the browser compatibility gaps that the application has will be filled. Using this file, the browsers like IE 8, Internet Explorer 9 or 10 can view the Angular content easily in UI. Okay, so moving on to the next file that we have is style.css. This is the place where we actually define our global style sheets. Besides this file, every component has its own style sheet page which helps us to declare our own style for that particular component there. Style.css is used for the global declaration of the application, global declaration of the CS styles of the application. Moving on to the test.ts is nothing but it is just like running a spec runner. It is used to create the test files. Okay, then is the editor.config. Okay, so if we are working in a team environment, we need to make sure that all the developers of that particular team has same settings in their visual code editors. So that is how the rules are set in this page. Okay, moving on to git ignore. Basically, git ignore is to ignore certain files and folders when you actually push your code into the git repository. If you are not using git repository, then no need to worry about this folder. Okay, then we have this angular.json file. Angular.json file was named as angular.json.cli in the earlier version of Angular. Until Angular 6, it was known as angular.json.cli, but from Angular 6 onwards, Google renamed it as AngularJSON. Basically, at the root level of Angular, this Angular.json provides project specific configuration defaults for building and developing tools by Angular. Okay, then we have this we don't have to worry much on the browser.list. We have this karma.conf.js. It's a configuration file for Karma, which is a test runner for the JavaScript code. The next very important file that we have is package.log.json. Basically, package.log.json is nothing but, if you are using Angular 6, then it just stores the requirement of the specific features of Angular 6, whereas package.json is used for defining project properties like description, author, etc. It also has a basic settings like name, version of the application. We can have a project without package-log.json, but we cannot have any project without package.json. This package.json also has the versions, such as you can see, the compiler version, the CLI version. Okay, we also have something called dev dependencies. Okay, so you cannot have any Angular project without package.json. The last very important file that we have here is tsconfig.json. Basically, it has settings of TypeScript compiler. TS compiler looks like at all the settings based on the setting that is going to compile TypeScript code into JavaScript code, which browser can understand. Okay, as you can see, our target is ECMAScript 2015. It is just used to compile it. Thank you so much. Please do like, subscribe and share this video, and for more of these videos, keep watching this page. Thank you so much.